let's talk about roses. In order to be successful with roses, it's important to understand the different types and use them in the proper ways. At this point in time, far and away the favorite rose is this knockout rose, which is a type of shrub rose. This is a double red. They also come in single reds, pinks, yellows, and whites. And if you're just starting with roses, here with knockouts is where you need to start. The reason is that knockouts are the most disease-resistant roses. They're resistant to both black spot and powdery mildew, which are the two kinds of roses that give people fits. These are the most resistant. However, there are a couple of drawbacks. They're a shrub rose, which means they have a short stem, and they are also not nearly as fragrant as the other types of roses. But they are the easiest to grow. So the traditional type of rose that are grown and hybridized, especially for fragrance or color, are the hybrid tea roses. They've got a long stem with a single bloom on the end of it. And you can take side blooms off and kind of train them to be extra long and then cut them to bring inside. Hybrid teas are very fragrant, just a rainbow of colors, and very rewarding to grow. They are a little bit difficult with black spot and powdery mildew, so if you're going to grow them, you do need to get on a preventative fungicide program in order to be successful with them. Related to the hybrid teas are floribundas and grandifloras, which are both similar but have more blooms at the end of the stem. So another type of rose that's actually pretty easy to take care of and that will grow quickly, these are the climbing roses. This particular one is a Joseph's coat rose, which is multicolored. They're reds and yellows and whites and climbing roses. They do need a little bit of training. As these canes start to grow, you train them onto a trellis, and they'll go up, and you can train them to a fence as well and keep them over near the edge of your yard. So climbing roses do exactly that. They climb. Another type of rose are these Old English roses. The series is called David Austin English Roses. They're the old initial roses that many of the hybrid teas today were derived from. They're more disease resistant than the hybrid teas. They're not as disease resistant as knockouts, but they're still a good rose. Kind of their distinguishing feature are these cupped petals, and they'll have a whole lot of petals in one bloom, so they're really full rose. And they're also quite fragrant. So no matter which kind of rose you choose, from the easiest knockouts to those temperamental hybrid teas, make sure you're in full sun, give them lots of fertilizer, and it's not a bad idea, even with these easy knockouts, to go on a preventative spray program, preventative fungicide program, to try to head off black spot and powdery mildew. If you'll do those simple things, you'll have a lot more success with the roses in your garden.